June 6, 2023. The Minister Creek Trail in Allegheny National Forest, Pennsylvania. I'm pursuing a Canada warbler, a small, colorful warbler with a bright and cheery warbling song that sounds like this. This Canada warbler is just one of many songbirds I found by just sitting quietly, listening to the bird songs around me. Ooh, what are you now? There's a new one. Every year between April and July, I spend considerable amounts of time out birding with my audio recorders to see what songs and calls I can capture and share. I think I've got a Canada warbler. Didn't expect that here. Neat. He's above me, which is not normal for them. It's because there's a bit of a rock I get to climb here. After years of limiting my recordings of bird songs to spaces local to me within Ontario, I've taken the effort to venture out somewhere new to me, yet only a few hours drive south and one international border crossing away. Okay, this chipmunk's really disruptive, so I'm going to see if I can get up the hill and closer to this Canada warbler. The Allegheny National Forest is a 500,000 acres of land atop the Allegheny Plateau, about 100 miles north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And in 2023, it is celebrating 100 years since the establishment of this area as a federally protected national forest. With so much natural land, a relatively low human population, and a vast network of hiking trails and forest roads, this place is not just an ideal location for recording birdsong. I've also found it to be a relatively underrated location for birding in general. For this season of Songbirding, we will be exploring a few different locations in Allegheny National Forest, starting with my first visit in the summer of 2022. We'll come back to this Canada warbler in a future episode, and for now we'll shift focus to the species known as the hermit thrush. The hermit thrush is a forest songbird with a drab, brown plumage and a melancholy song. They lurk in the understories of northern forests in the summer and the more southern forests in the winter. Their song begins with a sustained whistle and follows with echoing tones. Be aware, though, many different thrushes sound similar. We'll cover other thrush songs later, but for now, we'll really get to know this one. They are in high abundance in Allegheny National Forest. My name is Rob, and this is Songbirding. It's almost sunset, and I've driven to the closest trailhead I can see on the map close to where I'm camping. A trail leading to Hector Falls in Tionesta Scenic Area. So I'm at Tionesta National Scenic Area in Allegheny National Forest in Pennsylvania. And it'll soon be dusk. I'm just doing a quick walk along a trail to somewhere called Hector Falls, which I don't know if I'll reach it or not. But I've just arrived, and I've got this eastern towhee as the first recorded species. The Drink Your Tea song. Drink your tea. There's also common yellowthroat here. It was doing the witchetty witchetty song. And I am hearing the hermit thrush, which I think we will now go walk down and listen to. But in the meanwhile, oh, Zaviri too. So Zavir. Oh, no. So I'm wrong. That's another hermit thrush. Because a Zaviri would be Viru, kind of. That's what they sound like. This is more just a straight eep or re, which is a hermit thrush. So this area I'm at is a deciduous forest. I think it's been logged in the last few years because while it has a lot of tall old trees, there's a lot of young new ones growing in some sections that have a lot of trees cleared out of the way that would suggest logging. And there's logging roads here, so that's the other obvious part. Just gonna make sure I get my eBird list started. Since we're getting into a region I really haven't spent any time in, everything here is new to my eBird checklist for this state. Since it'll be dusk soon, and I'd like to cover as much trail as I can, I'm going to take one of my secondary recorders, set it down right here. So I also left a recorder where I parked. There wasn't much sound there, but I wondered if maybe I'd capture something if I left it there, because I didn't know what I'd have coming up here. But now that I have that recorder set down, I can share with you now a long-form recording of this hermit thrush. This is actually fairly cool here right now. I've only been to Allegheny once before, or sorry, Allegheny. I've had to look up how that's pronounced exactly, but apparently Allegheny is correct. Only been here once, just to hike in the fall. Oh, I think we have a black-throated blue warbler here. Yep. Doing a rapid beer bees. Okay. Sounds like the black blue has stopped. I have no idea how long this trail is. If I don't see any signs of where a waterfall is for very long, I will probably turn back and make this a goal for another night. But yes, this forest is huge. I mean, I spent probably 30 minutes driving through it to get to Sheffield, where I'm camping, and it's considered kind of the heart of Allegheny. So you can imagine it takes about an hour to drive across in one direction. Probably takes an hour to drive across the other direction as well. So there's all kinds of habitats that can be explored here. I did a little bit of cursory searching on eBird for lists submitted in the area, but there's not a lot from what I could tell. And I don't mean not a lot of species, I just mean not a lot of checklists. At least not compared to quite a lot of others well-known areas. So I thought this might be a nice spot to come to see what's here. I always enjoy checking out places where there are fewer eBird lists to see what might be missed, what people haven't found yet, because just about anywhere is going to have birds, especially in breeding season. Okay. It might be a magnolia warbler. I kind of interrupted it when I was talking. There. Of course, I was walking during that. This is a very quiet, either magnolia or maybe hooded warbler. So that's another possibility here. But it's not the full weedy-o. So I'm going to go with magnolia warbler on that. There it is again. Sometimes sings at the same time as the hermit thrush. There it was again. It was a little louder, but I gotta move a bit if I'm gonna get closer to that. There we go. I was right, magnolia warbler. So one of the tricks I don't mind sharing is that I am using the Merlin app to confirm my sightings, or hearings as it were, observations. It's so much better for me to confirm it now rather than review it later and have to sort out a misidentification. But also, I hope that in the future I can get a chance to travel to more places where there's just species I don't know very well, their songs. So I want to get used to having Merlin helping me to get to know certain species, and I want to encourage people to use it. It's a very handy tool. Can save you a lot of research time. So we've got common yellowthroat so far, and magnolia warbler and black-throated blue warbler, and those are the three warblers we've already had, and it's evening. It's about dusk. It's hard to tell, because in a, hilly area where a true sunset is kind of unknowable to some extent. I mean, the sun's gone down a while ago, but it hasn't really gone over the true horizon yet, I don't think. Or if it has, it's just done so now. So I'm going to set down this recorder. We're going to listen to this bird, but I'm also going to read out what I'm putting into eBird. Oh, what's that? So it was kind of a tick, 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 tick. I'm not sure what that was. In any case, let's write down what we've got so far. Got at least 4 hermit thrush. We got now 2 magnolia warblers. There's the one back there, but yeah, further along there's another one. 1 black-throated blue warbler, 1 common yellowthroat, 1 eastern towhee. I had a sharp-shinned hawk when I first got out of the car. Not an audio recorded bird, but you know, I did see it. I did see a bunch of blue jays driving in here. I actually heard a veery on the way in as well. And a dark-eyed junco. And you know what, there was a scarlet tanager as well. So that'll be the beginnings of my eBird list. Black-throated green warbler. Buzz, buzz, BB buzz. But that tells me what we're going to get here in the morning if I come here. Because I haven't decided where to go in the morning, but this might be a really nice spot.
Later in the season, I'll share the rest of this hike, which will be focused on nocturnal birding. For the next episode, we'll be returning to this trail to hear what it sounds like in the early morning.
Red-shouldered hawk again.
Songbirding, the Allegheny National Forest, is a Songbirding Studios production and was recorded, engineered, narrated, and created by me, Rob Porter. With cover art and logo design by Lauren Helton, and Creative Commons music from Scott Buckley, Kara Daly, Josh Woodward, and Jason Shaw. For eBird checklists and links to more information about hermit thrushes, please see the show notes.
I spent time in the army where they taught me how to fight, until I came to my senses and I saw that it just wasn't right. That's alright though, I've got a dog and a bungalow. I can sit on my porch and just watch the old sycamore grow.